Hello, Epic Clan. Welcome to EPIC44 with Intel, sponsored by Asus, Republic of Gamers, and Overclockers. I'm Panda Richie, I'm one of your Valorant casters, and I'm joined by my lovely co-caster. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jack Destroyer 4, here for the games. I mean, it's going to be some good games today. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well. You know, Valorant, always a good game. Epic Clan, you know, good event. Two good things come together, make something quite magical, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, VALORANT Tournament this weekend, sponsored by Asus Republic of Gamers. They've been very, very kind to help sponsor our VALORANT Tournament this event. They've contributed quite nicely to the prize pool, as well as prizes for the MVP. So, we've got a full weekend of Valorant ahead of us.
We do
Expectations are very much out the window, I will be honest. A lot of new names, some existing names, but it's anyone's game.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking through the team list a bit and, you know, trying to find out about some of these teams. A lot of them are quite new, but we do have the returning roster of Willie G Palace. Of course, the champions from last time. They do have a slight change to the roster, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes down, but there'll definitely be one to watch throughout, but I mean, it could be anyone's. There's some good rosters in there.
Could be anyone's. I think Willie G out of everyone's probably one of the more notable names coming here at Epic Land. You know, we have got Control eSports coming here, but it's not really their main roster.
No, it's their
more of their content.
I was talking to them, and it is their CEO, one of their directors, a content creator, and a couple mates. So it's a slight downgrade from the main roster, but I mean, I'm sure they'll do great.
I'm sure they'll be fine, but they're not the ones that are going to be playing today. Today we are going to be looking at REY eSports versus san-sational.
Yeah.
You know, REY eSports, you know, we had a little look at their roster, completely changed since last Epic. I mean, I wasn't here at last Epic, so I have no form of comment on that team.
From what I remember, they did all right. Yeah, it was a decent roster, but we've already got our map picks and bans through. I'm going to Pearl.
Pearl. Thoughts?
I mean, it's been out of the pool for a bit.
Yeah.
Pearl is one of those maps where it's like, I enjoy it sometimes.
Yeah. It's nice to see it back.
Yeah.
Is it fun to play? It kind of depends on the day.
Go away every round, go down that.
Yeah. I mean, I play Viper, so
yeah, you'll love it.
So for me, it's fine. I quite enjoy it.
For me, it's just just trying to entry down that really long area.
Yeah.
And the team just doesn't want to go, and you're just waiting, and then you just get opt from someone.
Yeah. I mean, now that Teo is in the game,
Teo being brought in.
I mean, I haven't casted a Teo game yet.
Nor have I.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. Just remember, Project A is a tactical FPS game where abilities do not kill the opposing teams. They are just there to enhance the gameplay.
I'm just waiting for the time we see a Raise Rocket with that Teo all combined, and then we suddenly go, oh, every single kill was with an ability.
Every single death was not by a single bullet.
I mean, look, it makes it a bit more fun. Why shoot your gun if you don't need to, you know?
Exactly. But no, in terms of like how the games are going to go today, honestly, like I said, it's anyone's game. I have no idea how it's going to go. I'm keeping my expectations, you know, out of my opinion. So we're gonna like first day is always kind of, you know, how are things going to be going?
Yeah.
You know, a bit unpredictable. You know, don't really have too much of an idea of, you know, where things are going to be, you know, going, let's say. But as we're going into Agent Select now, we are seeing Teo pop up on the screen.
On both sides as well.
Yeah, both sides. And Vice as well.
Yeah, and the Astros as well. I mean, the Astros, not too surprising. It's quite a big map. You want to be able to place those stars across the map for you, but I'm also seeing a Chamber. Now, Chamber is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'm always on the edge of, you know, Chamber can be good, but the Chamber Yoru is an interesting choice. I think it'll be quite fun. You got that Yoru for that dive agent. You know, just send them in. Chamber can kind of sit back and up a bit, but it will definitely be an interesting one to watch for.
Yeah, it will be very, very interesting. And now, as we're loading into the map Pearl, I mean, I was sitting down with one of the production teams from a different area, and we were looking through some of the past games in Pro Play, and Yoru's been picked quite a lot.
Yeah,
so it's
Yoru's gone up massively.
Yeah, when the agent first came out, pretty much a 0% pick rate, and any team that decided to pick it up basically threw their game, and now all of a sudden, I mean, quote unquote, could be one of the staples, which is very surprising to see, especially from an agent like Yoru with such a unique kit.
Yeah, I think that's where he kind of, you know, brings himself into his own little section in the sense that he is that agent where, I mean, it seems like a bit of a trolley playstyle to TP in the backline, but that is kind of your job. I remember one of the first times I saw it used well was, I believe it was Ethan using it on this map in that old EG roster, and we saw it just get put to great use. I mean, since then, it's only gone up. Like, as more and more people are playing it, we've seen, like, those fake clones work out. I'm sure everyone's seen that one clip.
Yes, from Durka.
From Durka.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, I want to see one.
long.
I want to see one like it.
I would love to see one. I think if we do get the opportunity to see someone get fake clone, I think it would be quite the blessing.
It's just great.
If we could get the fake clone into a knife kill, that would be
Fake clone into a knife kill.
the cherry on the cake. But very wishful thinking. But we'll have to see. So, going into a little bit of a tech pause already. Good start, Good start, that's how Epic Clan esports in general always go. First game of the day, and issues already starting to arise.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected, got to make sure everyone's got their PCs all sorted. I mean, luckily everyone's got their games updated. We don't have any major updates, but I believe it was a player crash. So we're going to have to just wait for them to reboot back in, load in as soon as they can, but gives us just a bit more time to prep for this game.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, tell you what, getting ready this morning, breakfast was really nice, I'll tell you that.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, the food barn doing really good stuff with the breakfast this morning. Always banging. They never fail to deliver.
Of course, yeah. Got to get yourself fueled for the day.
What did you have for breakfast, Jack?
Oh, I had the bacon and sausage roll. A nice staple. Nothing too major, but enough to keep me going.
Yeah, no, I went for the medium breakfast box. So I had bacon, sausages, hash browns, beans, and mushrooms.
Oh, wow.
That was really tasty.
You had it all.
Yeah, I had the whole shebang.
That's nice.
Yeah, I was tempted to go for the large one where you get like extra, so you get 3 of each. And then more mushrooms and more beans, but then I was like, yeah, I kind of want to like walk around this morning.
Yeah, I realized that as well. I was like, I'm on cast first. I need to like be ready and not be just starved.
Yeah, it's like I want to be somewhat conscious and not fall into a food coma.
Oh, yeah.
But now that the game starts to go underway, I don't think I'll be falling into any form of coma because I've got to keep my eyes on the prize with this game. So 15 seconds going into the buy phase before we start the very first round of this entire LAN. REY eSports versus san-sational. We have got REY on the attack, San on the defense, and we're about to kick off EPIC44. So we can see a little slow start in shops right now as we've got Gringo grabbing that ultimate orb. Want to make sure you get that Armageddon online as fast as possible as Teo. You can see that they have bought a ghost and they've also got themselves a stealth drone. I mean, that stealth drone is very pesky, with its intel gathering as well as suppression.
Yeah,
very powerful tool.
It makes it so much more powerful. Like, you can find someone out, that's great, but to remove all those abilities, that's just a go button.
It's just, it's what KO wishes.
Yeah.
Speaking of that go button, looks like REY are making the first way forward, and down goes Sharky as swings onto their head, and those guided salvos are making the way out, but Sleepy gets a lovely headshot right into Moddy's forehead. Ooh, and Areno missing those shots as Sleepy finds themselves a 2K, and now as that spike gets planted, san-sational already finding themselves on a back foot. 2-5 in terms of numbers. Gringo sending out that stealth drone. Can they find anyone? Not quite, but they've got a guided salvo ready and waiting. They know exactly where they're going to be sending it, and that has forced REY to move out of halls.
These two players just waiting. They just have to sit back and wait for the push to come on through.
Now they make a way. So, Gringo gets 2! What a lovely start for san-sational on this retake. They've managed to find themselves in a bit of a better position in this post-DP, but it does not matter because Sleepy is just going to prove me completely wrong. Close out the first round with a 4K.
I mean, Sleepy just shutting down any opportunities there. I mean, they even had the gravity well onto the spike as well, as those rockets coming through. There was nothing they could do.
Absolutely nothing that could have been done. And, that's a really, really good start for REY eSports right now. Sleepy really feeling it. And you can see they've also bought the Outlaw as well as heavy armor as their first buy. So,
that early
they're
on
all in.
well.
They're all inning this round. They're feeling confident, and they should so do.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see REY. It looks like they're going to set up for a little bit of a default here. Might be a bit of an aggressive A push, though. Besides san-sational, as there we go. They're going to try and push on through. Only side to stop this, but looks like they're just going to get the orb and maybe just sit back a bit. But Sleepy might get one for free here, and there we go already. Takes down a player in Modi, and just got to back up at that point. You don't want to get too aggressive knowing that that Outlaw is in play.
Yeah, that was a bit of an aggressive push coming out from Modi. I mean, I understand the idea, but Arena wasn't really there to follow up, and it's just a bit of an overzealous attempt.
Yeah,
I would say.
I mean, they've got to be careful. Reno is in that corner waiting, so if they try and get aggressive, but got 2 players they want to run into here in mid, but no, they're just going to rotate over to A. When you're going to be running into this one player in El Gringo, is there anything you can do with this classic? You're going to have a lot of players to deal with.
All missiles away.
Keeping it playing slow, and there we go. Swings on through and gets taken down straight away by Junjun there. And that's going to be the site here for REY eSports. Managing to get it down in a 3v5, and I mean, now they're just going to be able to sit back and play how they want to play this. They don't need to get aggressive whatsoever.
No, now that's sensational. They're once again on the back foot. I mean, REY eSports, with their arsenal that they've got in their inventory, they've just got every angle locked down. I mean, you got rifles, an outlaw, a guardian, into what, classics from the side of Sensational. Very much an uphill battle already, but you know what, that's to be expected going into the second round after, you know, you've lost the first round. You've got to go into that eco. So Sensational's best hope is to just take out anyone from REY eSports to kind of just dent their economy. But
looks like they're just going to sit back, play for these exits, and if not, they're just going to run in and die to Spike. Don't want to give over those money or orbs as I say that, and swings on through, takes down Reno. But the other two will just sit back. They're going to just die to Spike here. No point in wasting extra orbs to the other team, and there we go, nice, another clean round.
Yeah, I mean, Sensational, they get some more money in the bank now, so it's not too much of a, you know, too much of a loss. I mean, they probably would have been better off trying to challenge, you know, REY eSports to try and take some of them out. But the way they played out, they've denied, you know, getting those ultimate orbs on the side of REY eSports, you know, delaying, you know, somewhat of the inevitable. But you can see that El Gringo, already 6 out of 8 points on their ultimate, speeding through to get that Armageddon. I mean, what we've seen is Teo's ultimate is very, very powerful, and it's very important that they get it online. But Junjun, not so focused on getting their ultimate, but we can see that El Gringo sending out those guided salvos just so they might be able to push forward in order to get that ultimate, but they did not. Now, REY taking this a little bit slower now as they're making the way through mid. They've got to remember that Sensational now have full inventory, and now as a Prowler comes out trying to gather any form of information, nothing comes out. But Junjun sending out the shelf drone. Can they find anyone? Yes, they can, and Modi is suppressed. Nade, the brushing hands with a Reno, and down they fall. Now that's forced REY to just back off. Really good start to the round for Sensational. This is definitely the momentum that they're wanting to gather now.
Yeah, they're getting so much space. Trying to get a bit too aggressive there, maybe, onto those players, but Nova does manage to translate off of that. I mean, REY just can't really get in on this round.
No, it's all of a sudden, they kind of just look a little lost. They're a bit unsure of what they need to do, but I think they're starting to make the executive decision to start pondering towards A site. As you can see, we've got 3 members of Sensational making the way through into mid. El Gringo sending out those guided salvos. Guess what? Can they get a second? Oh, they whiff it! Junjun capitalizes on that, and it's a 1 versus 3. Caught swapping guns, and Sai falls down. And Sensational get themselves a round of the board.
Yeah, I mean, quite a good one there as well, managing to carry through 3 of those guns. That's the important thing on that round. You want to carry through as much as possible. And El Gringo, I mean, that ultimate's already online. Yes, you only have that Guardian, but that ultimate can be a big game changer, especially going into this round.
I mean, especially since Sensational's on the defense and El Gringo has got the Armageddon ready. Like, any push that REY eSports are trying to, you know, exert, El Gringo is just going to send that Armageddon out, just completely deny it.
Yeah, 100%. And if he's not in the right position, save it for post-plant, force all those players out, and all of a sudden you've got all the space. They're trying to get a bit of information here, work out where the push is going to be. Probably wanting to position that ultimate in the right position there, but REY, they're just going to explore over towards mid, it looks like. But on the other side of it, Sensational, they're sending a couple players here. They don't spot anything out just yet.
You can see we've got Sleepy over either side of B long, just keeping an eye out just in case anybody on the side of Sensational decides to, you know, challenge or try to get any form of information. And now with Flash coming out as well as the guided salvo. It's crazy how they managed to get out, but Nade sends them to the afterlife. The demise side of Sensational, putting them in a really good position now. You know, 1 for 2 trade. Definitely big money for REY eSports.
Yeah, but that ultimate's still online here. I mean, they've got to try and shut this down. Because if they try and push in here, El Gringo can just back on up. But no, it looks like they're going to decide to push back a bit. Maybe wanting to opt to that B site, realizing that 2 players are already there. It looks like REY eSports, they want to go exploring, going through this mid positioning. It sends out that flash, won't see anyone yet. Pops that wall and manages to get behind it. That's very important. Don't want to get trapped out there.
30 seconds
forced to rotate
left.
back.
30 seconds left on the clock. They're doing a bit of a loop-de-loop now. Going back over to A. Oh, and it's all on El Gringo to kind of hold the site down as they're waiting for their mice to rotate around.
Oh, 12 HP remaining and he can't get much done, but no! Clean headshot onto the first as Nade will trade him straight back out. 3K on the round so far for Nade, and Nade just seems to be doing it all for this round. Reno in this backside position, but can't push any further. Oh, there we go. Here comes the time. Arena's got to find something here. All these players just hiding out in the right sort of corners. There's so much to clear.
There.
Where the spike is though, as this flash will come through. Wow, one player, but Arena does not know one's in the corner, doesn't clear it, and Swung will take him down. As Nova manages to find one, but that will be it as Nade, a 4K on the round, just shutting down any opportunities there for Sensational.
Yeah, that was almost an ace for Nade right there, but REY eSports played that post plan really, really well. I mean, El Gringo started off with a really good headshot, but wasn't able to follow up with any more, unfortunately. And if El Gringo was able to, it would have been massive. They've opted to save their ultimate from that last round. They probably could have had an opportunity to use it, but I think with how fast the push REY eSports was coming out, I think El Gringo was a bit too pressured. And there wasn't going to be much follow-up afterwards either, so it's going to be difficult, you know, for the ult to find a lot of value.
Yeah, I mean, if El Gringo had maybe got one more, managed to back off, but nothing more could be done there. Modi wants to get aggressive, it looks like again. Dash is popped and ready. But it's not going to spot anyone out. He keeps on taking all of this space, sees one and dashes back.
Now that Sensational a bit more on eco. They're trying to just, you know, gamble with their lives a little bit, trying to see if they can get, you know, pick off any members of REY eSports to try and like, you know, make it up big. They managed to find one. Ooh, but thanks to Arena taking out the stealth drone. Unfortunately, not enough as Swung takes him out. Now the members of REY eSports are barreling straight over on to B site. Oh, and look at this hold from Sleepy. This is a really good wraparound, and Nova is going to get completely punished by it. Aside manages to find Modi. Manages to get the shots on there. Oh, and Sharky getting caught. And gets stunned. Junjun not going to clear the angle. That special delivery doing bits, but not able to follow up. I thought
it was going to be that then.
I thought Sharky was just about to bite off a little bit more than they could chew, but very, very patiently played from them. And El Gringo and Sharky are going to try and coordinate this retake as best they can. Managed to get tagged, but Sleepy's just going to send bullet straight into their dome, and Sharky picks him up. The nade claps back. REY eSports 4-1.
I mean, a nice kill at least to go out with on the way out, get that stinger kill through. You weren't expecting to get too much with that, but I mean, we go into this round and I can see an operator online already.
Yeah, definitely see that.
That could change some stuff up on this round, especially as we've seen so often that Sleepy likes to get aggressive on that B and try and take that space.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can see that Sleepy's got the Tour de Force ready now, so they're going to be popping that straight away. So no need for them to buy. I mean, they've only got 3.1k in the bank, but it's going to make sure that even if they lose this round, let's say, they've still got plenty of money for a full buy going into
You want
the
to
next
play?
round.
Let's play.
Looks like we're going to get this first B aggressive pit, as most of the time they just send the one player to go exploring, but it's like Swung wants to invest his ultimate here and just hit the go button as Nade, finding all of this space in sight, but can't find a single player, and suddenly realize they have the whole site to themselves.
Yeah, with that dimensional drift, the Cosmic Divide, and Tour de Force getting used, they are throwing everything and the kitchen sink out over onto B side just so they can take it nice and easy. And that they have Sensational. They are not opting to challenge for it. They've made the executive decision and a smart one at that to just let REY eSports take the site and then play for post plant. As the flash comes out, Nade is going to be pushing aggressively. Oh, but are they caught between a rock and a hard pace? Yes, they are. They have fallen down to the hands of Nova, and REY is getting forced out, and Nova finds a second. Oh my goodness, and it's all looking good for Sensational as they are picking members of REY eSports off, and now Armageddon is coming out from El Gringo, but all of a sudden, REY eSports swinging in their favor, and Sleepy finds 3 with the Tour de Force. It's a force to be reckoned with, and Sleepy is behind the barrel, and you should not challenge their master.
That was looking so good for Sensational. That they found all those players backside, cleared everything out, but Sleepy was just still there. Just a thorn in the side, had that Tour de Force and just landed every single shot.
Oh my goodness. You know, Sensational started off that retake really well.
Yeah.
And then Sleepy just said no.
Yeah, Sleepy was like, hang on a second guys, I have the Tour de Force here. We've got this.
Exactly. And now, after using Tour de Force, they've opted to buy themselves an operator.
Yeah.
Sai going to get caught by the Haunt. Modi's popped their Blade Storm. They're looking to go aggressive now with that Tailwind.
Gonna run into Sai here. Sai, are you ready for this? Yes, you are, and you land a clean shot. Make that 2! That was a beautiful little shutdown there. And all of a sudden, REY have a lot more map control here as now. Because that is Sensational. You know that A site is open. You have to be ready for this push to come on through. And here is going to be as Junjun, going to be that first line, but there's nothing to stop him as Sharky's just had to back up. Only got the stinger in hand, nothing more you can do here.
You can see that all 3 members of Sensational are caught behind members of REY eSports. But Nade, good intuition, holding the angles, nearly connects the shots, and now it's a firing squad coming down into link. And Swing finds 2. Not able to quite connect the 3rd. And Sleepy just finishes off.
I mean, the confidence to swing through the smoke with an operator. I mean, you have a good idea where this player is, but they could have pushed up close. Nah, Sleepy just runs on through. I've got this, guys, don't worry.
Sleepy's conas right now are absolute gargantuan. I mean, he's 11-3 right now. He's really feeling himself. His confidence is brimming, and his ego is probably, after this game, is going to be a bit of a problem for the team to deal with afterwards, I would say, if he keeps up the performance that he's having right now.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where, you know, if you have a rough game after, you go, don't worry, guys, I had that really good game earlier. Don't forget that one.
So don't forget, I can perform.
Yeah, 100%. And Sleepy, I mean, this operator on the attack side, it's always one of those where does it pay off? I mean, it's paying off massively on this one, but maybe this is where san-sational need to realize this operator is in play. Maybe try and make a play to shut it down. You know where Sleepy's holding every round.
Yeah.
Send some players up and get a bit aggressive, but they decide to sit back, and Sharky's going to instantly see this push.
Ooh. Sharky manages to not get suppressed, thankfully. Novo going to take out that clone within the smoke. It's going to allow REY eSports to kind of just take a little bit of space into gallery. Oh, inside! Oh, Valorant timing! Oh, the bane of every Valorant player's life. You look and check an angle, you clear it, and then all of a sudden you look away, and that's when you die.
As you were saying, they were taking space and they just get shut down. Like, there's nothing more they could do there. As all of a sudden, El Gringo on site has a lot to do, but Arena manages to get the first. Will get traded by Swanga as Junjun in a great spot. Shuts down Sharky. No more defense from them, but they're stuck in this really awkward position. They have this mid-map control, but they don't have either site. And they've got to decide where they want to go, and it looks like B is going to be that place to go here.
Yeah, they kind of just have a few question marks are popping up over their head, but Modi's got
30 seconds left.
this operator. Very, very sure of what they're going to do. Sleepy follows up with their own trade with their own operator, and it's a 2 versus 2. Ooh, and Modi misses a shot. Really nice engage by Junjun there, jumping over the bullets. And Modi's going to find and miss. 5 HP in a dream, and oh my goodness, everyone is whipping. Just remember, everyone, Aim Labs is free to download, and with 6 seconds left on the clock, it's a 1 versus 1. It's 5 HP versus 150. Can anything get done? Yes! The spike gets planted. And one shot is going to make the difference between REY and San. Who is going to take this round? Sleepy or Modi?
Oh, just holding out. There's such an awkward retake here with the operators, and I'll find out where they are, but because of that TP that Sleepy did, he thinks he's gone up top, but he can't land the shot! Modi, all of a sudden in a really good position here. See Sleepy is just playing with him. It's all down to the timing.
Oh my god.
Is Sleepy going to swing this? He does! Modi shuts it down finally, but that was one of those rounds where it could have gone either way the whole time.
Oh my goodness. I think Modi and Sleepy are going to be, you know, somewhat kicking themselves in the shins for those first couple shots. Modi not biting the bait that Sleepy was trying to give to them, able to come out on top. But yeah, that was a scrappy nail biter of a finish right there.
I think maybe a little bit of an ego check as well, because Sleepy didn't need to swing that. I mean, the spike was not being diffused. Could have just sat back, but decides to swing on through and pays the price.
Yeah. There's not really much to say. I mean, the picture was kind of painting itself there with how the round kind of turned out. No further comment on it. Now, as we're going into round number 9, you know, REY eSports still in the lead right now. san-sational still a little bit on the back foot. I mean, taking that round for them, getting 2 on the board, has helped out their economy, but with how far REY are going, they're just going to continue capitalizing on it. Cosmic Divide, Nade, going to push forward. Oh, but you can see that Nova now.
Nova's on the other side.
Holding. Being more aggressive.
Oh, Junjun shuts down both. Don't know how he's managed to get both there. And the ultimate is invested to just push back the rest of the players here, but there was no one there.
Managed to spot Junjun. Pulls out the information. They do have a Guardian, so the one-shot headshots are a potential. As long as their crosshair aims for the head, they're going to find value. But if last round was anything to go off of, I'm not holding my hopes up.
Player backside could have a lot to do here, because Modi's trying to swing on through, but no, gets shut down by Sleepy. Sleepy again with this operator, a force to be reckoned with. You have to try and shut him down. He's going to get spotted out there, but they can just sit back and wait. Yeah. Spike is planted for them. They don't have to do anything here, but on the other side, san-sational have so much to do, and Junjun pushed up to this position. Couldn't land the shots, though. He's going to force that save over for the side of san-sational. The right decision, but they've got to be careful that these REY eSports players could be pushing up to take these guns.
Yeah, I mean, El Gringo got the dancing shoes on right there just to bob and weave over Junjun's bullets, and they were able to get the operator from that, from that crossfire and the chaos that was ensuing over on the B side. And they were very, El Gringo was very lucky to just get out scot-free.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, it was the run into something. They killed both players so quickly. I was like, surely they get at least a trade hit. No trade.
No.
It was over. But, I mean, El Gringo, maybe wanting to get aggressive on this round. I'm seeing the Stinger already, the rockets in hand.
Yeah.
This might be a try and get into a good position early and probably get it for free as there's no one pushing up on that side.
Yeah, I think El Gringo's looking to go for the idea. Yeah, you can see they're using the guided salvo to try and like just push out over onto A main early to see if they can push up to grab that ultimate. But you can see El Gringo's not opting to go for it, just holding the angle. But Modi gonna take out Swung. Really nice swing, taking out, Swung. Good start to the round for Sensational. That operator has been so impactful from both sides. Ooh, and he's going to get caught by the Haunt. And Junjun's going to use the opportunity to swing out as well as a special delivery. Stunning Sharky and Modi. Ooh,
I didn't think they realised.
Pops out and Junjun finds one. Sharky gets a trade. And that's a 3 versus 4. REY eSports are still at a disadvantage. Sensational seem to be locking down the area quite nicely. Just giving REY enough opportunity, taking a little space, but not too much, where they've got free reign.
Yeah, I mean, look at the patience on the side of the B side. You still have 2 players from Sensational. They've sat there the whole round. They've seen all of this going down. They have the patience and the trust in their team to not rotate. And, I mean, it's not going to pay off here as it looks like REY, they still want to push into this B side. They're going to spot out one of the players, but Sharky can't land the shot. And they takes him out straight away. There's a backside pit, but no, Gringo can do nothing. And all of a sudden, the numbers are in favor of REY eSports.
It's a 2 versus 3 retake now for the side of Sensational. Arsenal is not exactly in their favour, and neither are the numbers as Nade gets themselves a 3k. Can they make it a 4? They're going to jump onto the barrel. They see the shoulder of Reno as they're playing topsy-turvy, swinging side to side. Reno is going to quite happily take that Vandal away from Nade. And can they
on the wrong side there? I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if you
just
spotted
saw
that one.
Yeah, I did spot that one. No, they have to cover up for their mistakes. Going to tap the bomb. Are they going to be able to get it to half? Oh, but Sleepy is just going to be swinging out Reno. Fortunately, not quite aware of where they were. And REY eSports are going to fully capitalise on it.
Yeah. Looks like Sleepy learnt from that. The patience, wait for the tap, Do that. It's all about that mental clock of making sure you get the right timing on your swing. Gets it perfect just before the half comes in through. And there we go, a nice round for them. And REY, I mean, you're up 8-2 at this point. Starting to run away with it. I mean, the economy on the other side is not the greatest.
Pretty dire. I mean, Arena does have their ultimate, so there is a fighting chance, taking away all the primary weapons and just leaving them with the secondaries.
Keeping them out of it.
Yeah, but look what Sleepy's got.
You want
Not
to play?
again.
Let's
I don't want to
play.
see this gun again. This can just be a round winner by itself with Sleepy, but definitely a player to watch out for. But they don't want to get aggressive there as the stack is on through on that B site. No. You have one player in Gringo pushed up to be able to communicate over if that push comes through, but it means mid is just open for the taking.
It is exactly. We can see that most of REY eSports are starting to ponder over towards A, and look how far El Gringo is pushed up. If REY eSports do not clear this box, they are in for a world of pain.
They haven't cleared it.
Oh my goodness.
Gringo could be so good here. Get this
timing
right now! Oh, Sai cleared it last second. That sneaking suspicion in the back of the mind, and suddenly went, hang on guys, we didn't clear this.
Oh my goodness, it was almost so good for El Gringo, but I think he just had his hand off the mouse for a little bit too long. From what it looked like, I mean, I don't know what was going through his head, but the intuition just wasn't clicking, unfortunately. But REY eSports find one, and now with Sensational sprinting over to try and take over. And oh, Areno gets one lovely shot from Neighbor. Jun capitalizes with 2.
Yeah, shutting down any opportunity there. The last 2 players in this backside position, they've got to try and get into something here. Not able to land the shots, and Junjun shuts it down. Swung gets the last, and it seems like just they take it in turns popping off on these rounds.
Yeah, I mean,
Last round
each member of REY eSports right now are, like you said, taking turns. The spotlight is being evenly distributed, but Sleepy a little bit more than the others at the moment. REY eSports are looking really, really good. I mean, Sensational, they've had their moments to shine, but I think REY eSports, like you said earlier, just more of that thorn in the backside for them. So not really able to take the opportunity to showcase what they're really made of. And as we're going into the final round of the half, it's 9-2. Quite the convincing lead for REY eSports at the start of today here at EPIC44. Can Sensational do anything to bring themselves back. The chances are incredibly slim.
Aggression at Modi there. We're going to get
That's
caught by the
him.
door and almost just about gets out of his life. That was a dangerous position there.
Squeaky bum
But
time.
Sai, in this really good spot, lands the first but not the second. I mean, manages to get quite a bit for that, but Modi's being forced off this angle, can't do much more, and this Yoru going to do so much to just push these players back. They have to be scared. Run for the fences, but Nate is chasing this down. He wants to take down Nova. He has the shorty in hand. And there we go, he just gets out. Decides not to hop out in front of him there. And this ultimate gets invested, as we said, but no Ray getting so aggressive into this spawn.
That was so aggressive from Junjun right there.
Taking that back.
Balls to the walls, just no fear jumping out of that smoke. And it seems like,
The map's been flipped.
yeah. Oh, Modi, those are the
Modi.
shots you do not want to be missing. You make up for it. Not quite. Nearly brought it back, nearly redeemed yourself, but unfortunately, your legacy is being told right here. Starting and Swung is making their own with a 3K. And what a way to close out the first half.
It's just the way they flip that map so quick. All of a sudden, they're running through the defender spawn, and I'm like, hang on, they're on attack. That's not right. But, I mean, we saw it. Ray just continuing to play well, avoiding that 9-3 curse. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. You don't want to have that round count. They make sure there is no chance of that happening. And it looks like just Ray is starting to run away with this, but now we get the flip. This is where you start to see maybe Sensational. The attack side can sometimes be easier on this map. You have a bit more fun. You control a bit more of the map. Hopefully you get those positionings, but they've got to be quick on it.
Yeah. I mean, for all we know, Sensational might be a very attacking team. Let's find out.
We can hope.
Because so far, the defense hasn't exactly been the greatest. I mean, REY eSports have been putting on a really good performance today, starting here at EPIC44. Can they continue it and just close out the next 2 rounds? Or Sensational, do they have a bit of bite back left into them?
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here as instantly into the round. They want to get aggressive in this mid position for the side of Sensational. Looks like they're going to go this mid to B, clearing out a lot already. Haven't spotted any players, but it believed that Ray already know about it. And as I say that, Sleepy takes down the first. Sleepy, he's waiting for these kills. He just wants to take these fights. He knows he can win them out. The headhunter shots are clear, but Modi in the back line. He spots one, gets the first for free. Sleepy's weak. Could get this shot, but no, cannot get the fight there as Sleepy runs into 3 players on the other side. Modi managing to take down another one weak, but Junjun lands the first, but not the second. And there's now a 3-on-2 here. Sensational having that advantage. This is exactly what we wanted to see out of them going into this half. And already they can just sit back on this post plant.
That they have. I think suspicions have been confirmed. I think Sensational, are doing a little bit better on attack now that they are on the more aggressive side. But let's see how REY are going to be playing this post plant with 2 members still on the side of REY eSports. They are down, but not out of the count just yet. As the smoke's coming out, and El Gringo finds one. Swung takes out one for the trade, but Areno is going to be there to back them up. And Sensational get themselves a 3rd round on the board. Still a very, very long way from getting to somewhat even.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, look, you got to get that first one on the board. And I mean, a great position by El Gringo there to play on the site, knowing that you're going to force these players to look both ways. They didn't clear him out straight away, gets that first one for free, and then it's just down to a 1v3. There's no way you're winning that. The player swings, you get your team to swing on through, closes out that round.
That flank from Modi going through gallery.
Oh, that was...
not gallery, sorry. Going through link towards gallery was really, really good. That really, really helped them to take the site.
Yeah. Found all that positioning for free and sending this drone in to try and find these players. Sai maybe gets a bit too aggressive there, almost gets his head taken off. But all of these REY players, they seem to have got the read right here.
And with Nate suppressed there at the back, not able to get out. And
oh, the Rocket's going to clear him out, but the smoke's there. Oh, it doesn't land on him. He can stay in this positioning. You can just wait it out, but it looks like from the side of Sensational, they're going over towards A. Reno's going to find all of this space for free. Doesn't know that the player is pushed all the way up into A main, though. Got to be careful of that, but all of a sudden he's in the back line, but communication is not there.
Ooh, Sleepy.
Watch out for Sleepy.
Sleepy's just got to hold their position.
What can Sleepy
Don't
get
think
done
Sana
here?
gonna know about this.
Gets the one. That's a good start. I mean, it's what you want to do there, and there we go. The communication is over, but did they know Areno's in their spawn? Areno gets the first, managing to land the shots onto the second as well. Takes down 2 of these reinforcements, and all of a sudden, all you've got left is this flank. It looks like Sensational might not know about this just yet. They don't have a player watching it.
I think the roles have just been completely reversed this second round. I mean, I know the saying goes, great minds think alike, but you kind of want it on the same team. Now both teams are kind of, implementing the same strategy. Sensational just doing a little bit better with their arsenal, but thanks to them, you know, kind of doing a bit of a switcheroo around on the site, REY have been able to pick up some nice guns for themselves.
Yeah, but they got so much to clear out, and Nova's going to be ready, waiting for this push out the
Oh
smoke. There we
my
go, they get
goodness,
spotted out.
yeah.
They don't even get to walk out the smoke.
No.
You're gone.
They had a firing squad ready and waiting for them. As soon as that horn went off, that was it.
Yeah.
Not horn,
As soon
sorry,
as
Prowler.
As soon as they knew there was a player in the smoke, it was over.
Yeah, that's it. That's GG, GG.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see this buy come on through for the side of REY here now. Starting to get those guns online, this is where we start to see, you know, is this one where san-sational are going to run away with this attack side? Or is it just that the weapons maybe weren't in the favor of REY? I mean, we've seen the players on REY can all individually pop off, but looks like they're going to need to group up a bit more and try and take these players down.
Yeah, now that we're going more into conversion round, REY eSports have a bit more of a fighting chance now, but how much more have they got?
They've already spotted out.
Pretty good chance for REY eSports
Oh,
as Nade finds 2. What a lovely start for REY eSports. Really putting a span in the works for san-sational right now. You know, that stealth drone got a good info, but it wasn't quite enough to stop Nade.
Yeah, I mean, Nade, even the one through the door. That's just unfair at that point, but Reno, managing to get one, does get traded out, but El Gringo just waiting by this door, maybe hoping one of the players on REY gets a bit too aggressive as Nova goes exploring, will get spotted out. Sai's going to know and isolates the fight, but can't win it. As Nade is going to swing on in, wants to take this fight, but the Vandal has been recovered and El Gringo can get nothing done. It's all left down to Nova. What can you do with this Vandal? There's so many players, they know exactly where you are. They're just going to keep on baiting you out. As Nade manages to land first onto Nade there, but that's all it's going to be. For a second then I saw it.
There was a glimmer of hope.
I was like, there's no way, right?
There was a little hope. There wasn't much, but a little. Then it got kind of like fizzled out.
Yeah.
And now REY eSports 11-4. They've got 2 more rounds that they need to win now in order for themselves to confirm map number 1 of today's start.
Yeah, I mean, a positive on the side of san-sational. You kind of expected to lose that one. It's that one round, you know, you've got the lesser guns. Maybe not in the fashion of being killed through a door. You probably didn't expect that part, but you know, you take what you can get, and we'll see if they can get this. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a crunch onto this A main position. Nade has to TP on out. And there we go, the REY players are forced back onto site. They haven't called for the rotates just yet, maybe reading into the fact that it is only these 3 players, and Spike's not even with the group.
No, it's kept up there over by main into mid. I really like the aggressive defense strat with REY eSports. You know, they're sending out the Yoru and the Chamber because they've essentially got a get out of jail free card, right? You know, if they get caught out, you know, they could just send themselves back to, you know, their previous spot when they so wish.
Yeah. Gringo just trying to find out anything he can there. Does not spot any. I mean, Junjun. Let's just hope that they do not run into Junjun there. That judge in that positioning can do so much damage. But it looks like they're going to be ready for this. REY have rotated an extra player over. They know this is where san-sational want to go. And there we go. The Rockets invested. It's going to force Sleepy out into a position. But Swung lands 2. El Gringo managing to get 2 back on the other side as he takes out Sleepy with those Rockets. And Modi managing to get 1 as well. All of a sudden, it's a 3-on-2 here. They have the advantage for san-sational, but Junjun has got this upgrade.
How is Teo an agent? But, okay. Nova takes out Junjun. Right. Puts Sai in a 1 versus 3 situation. I haven't really seen REY eSports too much in these clutch situations before. We don't really know how they're going to perform, and now it's all up to Sai to kind of make this movement start. They've been spotted, they've been stunned, everything is going against them, and down they fall, and san-sational once again find themselves another round on the board, slowly inching the way closer to catching up with REY eSports.
Yeah, and that's gonna break the economy for the side of the REY eSports there. I mean, unfortunate to reveal your position with that Guardian shot. Maybe a slightly accidental one. Gets stunned up, nothing more you can do. But already we're seeing on the side of the attack, I mean, san-sational. They've managed to find these gaps. They've managed to find their way into sight every time. And they're not too worried about this clock. You know, they do a little bit of exploring. They poke and prod, and then they find these gaps, get on in. And even if they have to fight into players, they're winning these gunfights.
Yeah, I mean, san-sational, now that they're on attack, they've completely flipped the script around. They're looking so good, and oh my goodness, look at REY. They're sending everything, all the utility, all the kitchen sink, and Modi is sending himself into the back of his friend.
They've got 1 and got out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 1 HP now, but I don't know how he's managed to pull that one off.
Some way, somehow, Nade has managed to be graced by the goddess of victory and has kept their life intact.
That should have been a 3v5 from
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
He's stayed alive somehow. Unable to recover that gun, though, so that's unfortunate. Only that Sheriff and 20 HP remaining. But the ultimate's there, so, I mean, if he sees a push coming on through and thinks they can win it out, there's always that option.
Yeah, I mean, Yoru is a very, very slippery character with the teleports, with the dimensional drift. You know, just getting in and out, where and when they please. And I think Nade might need to use that get out of jail free card of the ultimate to, you know, preserve their life. As the smokes are coming down, they're going to get caught by the horn. Sound cue's given away, but
Spike planted.
they're going to be saving their ultimate for maybe next round, potentially. But they are all going to get caught, and they're going to get swung by at least 3 of them. And look,
Making sure to group up to clear those positions. Don't want to get caught out by those crossfires. I mean, we've seen how dangerous they can be, but Swung's going to get caught behind these spawns. Nothing you can do to get in past those. They're going to just have to wait. Pulls out so much of this time, and it just means that Sensational, they realize all these players are here as the Rockets are invested. Modi will take down one before being traded back by that classic of Psy. Unable to land any more shots, though. And that's surely going to be the round as Nova shuts it down.
it was a very uphill battle for REY eSports right there. They're going in with classics, sheriffs, and not the hardest hitting inventory in their back pocket against Sensational's full arsenal. But with that being said, you can see the ult economy for both sides is looking pretty healthy. You know, the remaining ultimates from either side only need 2 more points before they got all their ultimates. Sensational more in the bank than REY, but depending on how they use them, could turn the tides of this next round.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just looking at this setup from Psy on this round, I mean, the B site setup with that wall, stopping that first player, so if you send a dive agent in, they get caught out and isolated, it could be so powerful, but it looks like they're not going to go there this round, and instead opting to go through this mid. Just trying to clear as much space as possible. Can't get through the smoke with it, though, so won't see what's on the other side, but already Sensational taking this mid position, but on the other side of it, REY are pushing up through this A-link. What can they find here? It looks like they're just going to wait it out.
I think they are, and I mean, you can see that Modi as well as El Gringo making their way through Link towards Art. And Nade holding by box, sending out another TP, but look where it's going. If Sensational play this right, they might be able to take out Nade if they're a bit overzealous. And oh my goodness, it's played out really, really well. And it is turning the tides in favor of Sensational.
Oh, here's the reload as well.
is running to get their kill. Can they find it? No, they're not. What? Wait, yes, they are.
What was that?
What?
I'm so confused by that fight. Nade!
Nade! 1, 2. What is happening?
This round is all over the place. Nade, I mean, he's still alive. Still got some opportunities here.
Oh no!
Gets the decoy out. Can't land it, but gets the shots on. And Gringo finally trades him out. But Nade has got so much done there. And all of a sudden, Gringo's got so much to do. One player is really weak on the other side, but they know exactly where he is. He's going to get stunned up, suppressed. Not really much you can do. And there's the tour de force watching this, and it's Sleepy on the other side. We've seen what he does with this, but no, doesn't land a shot. Gives an opportunity, but I mean, all the players from REY just running around. They were like, we know you're weak. We're just going to run. You can't land the shots. And REY brings us to match point.
Yeah, REY, match point of the first map of EPIC44. REY are going to be feeling confident if they take this first map. I mean, it's looking likely. I mean, we've got Sleepy with the operator now after using the tour de force. We've got 3 ultimates on the side of REY eSports. I mean, Sensational, they've nearly got a full bank of ultimates for them. They've only need Sharky to get that 1 ultimate point, and then they've got their Nightfall. After that, I mean, Sensational, they need to use it. They can't be saving these ultimates for the next game because it ain't gonna happen if they don't take this round.
Looks like Sharky wanted to get aggressive onto that orb to get that online, but got forced back a little bit, but they're going to get this positioning now. We'll be able to get that ultimate online. That's going to be all 5, but Sleepy gets a kill, shuts down one of those ultimates already in this round.
Ooh,
Nova managing to find a lot of space, and we'll spot out Psy, who was just jump peeking there, trying to find out something, and Modi already into the site. I don't think Sleepy realizes how close Modi is here. If he gets a bit too aggressive, gets spotted out, but the timing, they look away from each other, and finally Modi will get the kill there. Pushes into back site. It's a bit more space, but the ultimate is invested here to try and find out for the side of REY, but Modi landing these shots on through. REY just trying to get as much of a retake here as Nade. Already into the site here. He's got to land these shots for this Guardian, but can't land anything. One more bullet in the chamber, and Gringo finds the kill with another. But Modi, I don't know what just happened there, but Modi wins out.
Oh my goodness, that was very back and forth. I was convinced that REY was going to be taking that, but
I thought it was, yeah.
Sensational, you know, exceeded all expectations right there at the end. Managed to clutching it out, and they keep themselves surviving another round. I was very concerned by the fact of how little ultimates they were investing into that.
I was going to say they've only used the 1. They still have 4 online, but on the other side for REY, used quite a bit there. You only have the one online. I mean, you're one away as well from that visor. I mean, we've seen how powerful that can be. Maybe that gets invested soon, but Ray, they have to stack up now because they're on that save.
Yeah, look how they're stacked. I mean, san-sational fully committing
Sharky.
all 5, and Sharky is going to open out onto Swung. Cosmic Divide is coming out, but have they accounted for Nade? No, they haven't, as Nade finds one. Oh, but not able to get the utility out in time, as Sharky gets a kill through the wall with a headshot, and it's all looking in san-sational's favor. Jun with the Bucky, just going to get deleted. Down they go, and Sai, Sheriff in hand.
Wait, do they know about Sai's positioning here, though? I don't think they do, and Sai has not been
Oh,
spotted! He gets the worst!
Oh, gets caught for the reload! Oh, the classic wait! Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
There have been too many
yeah.
of those positions of someone reloading in a corner and almost winning the fight. That's what, 2 in like 3 rounds,
yeah,
I think?
I think this is the most scrappiest start today we probably could have asked for. Oh
Definitely.
I think some of these players are still waking up.
Yeah, you got to warm up a little bit, make sure you're awake enough. But I mean, we're starting to see on the side of san-sational, they're getting a few of these players going positive now. You've got Modi and Nova back into breaking even, 15-15 each.
I think if you're REY eSports right now, you kind of just want to get this closed out. It's 12-8. I mean, you're on the cusp of victory, but san-sational will just keep creeping closer and closer.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 2 more buy rounds you've got to close this out for the side of REY eSports, so it's got to be this one or the next, or otherwise we could be looking at OT, but we won't get there just yet. san-sational already trying to take all this positioning down on B site. There's 2 players playing here from REY, but they're playing it back. We'll get spotted out just about, but there we go, wall goes up. Does not isolate a player though. Ultimate invested clear out backside, but it doesn't find anyone here. And it's going to allow for Euro to push into that backside position already and retake this space. But so many ultimates invested already, and the kills are going through for Modi here. Nade gets one back, Areno gets another, and the trades are going backwards and forwards. And all of a sudden, we're in a 3v2 here. san-sational have the advantage. They know where these players are, but Swung manages to get one. Areno, 4K on the round, though, shuts down any opportunities there. I mean, they invested a lot of ultimates. I believe that was 3 on their side, maybe even 4. But it paid off.
It did. It paid off massively. They went all in and they won big. Now all on the side of REY eSports. They've only got Sai with the ultimate, and look at the arsenal that REY are rocking right now. Their economy has been absolutely decimated by san-sational. I mean, san-sational are performing really, really well in the chaos of all things, and they're coming out on top. And that last round was just so convincing from them. And all of a sudden, they're turning the tide. It's 9-12. san-sational might actually have a chance of bringing it back.
Well, I wouldn't speak too soon, but yeah, I mean, with the guns on the other side, it's one of those rounds where you'd expect them to be able to win this one out. And then all of a sudden, it leaves REY onto 1 more buy round, and that's all they have left as Sai. Can have the Sheriff in the back side, but not much they can do. But the ultimate is available. Can choose to take all of those guns away and give them the stance, but they rotate back. Maybe realizing where this player is, but you've got 1 player sneaking into mid. But I believe they might get spotted out possibly by this chamber on the other side, but for now, finding some free positioning. I won't get spotted, but there's a TP ready as well. Might hear this, and there we go, get spotted out. That TP is not going to be used, but it's always an option if needed. And they've already pinged out this back positioning. They know that they could be here, but he flashes. Can't land the shots, though, and Nova will trade him out straight away.
That's a good start for san-sational right there, taking out Nade. Nade is a force to be reckoned with, and as those guarded salvos go out over into dugout, Jun is going to miss their first shot. That could have been a very, very important one. Managed to get out with the life, and as the spike is planted, the guarded salvo is going to come out. It's forced Modi to push forward. It doesn't even matter because the firing squad is out on the side of san-sational, and Swung is going to take one back, but Sharky and Nova are going to respond in turn, and Areno finds the final kill of REY eSports, and san-sational are 2 rounds from going into OT. I was not expecting this, and the timeout is coming out at a good time.
I was wondering when this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the switch got flipped multiple rounds ago, and I guess REY were like, it's fine, we only need like a couple rounds, guys, and they get down to the 12, and they're like, it's 1 more round. And then all of a sudden, you're going into this round, which is your last buy of regulation. If they lose this one and don't manage to keep a few guns through, you're going to be on a really scrappy last round. And all of a sudden, you give the opportunity for san-sational to maybe get into that overtime.
Exactly. I mean, REY have got 3 ultimates on their side going into this potentially final round for them. We'll have to see. They've got the Cosmic Divide. They've got Visor's ultimate, which takes away the primary guns. You know, very, very impactful. And you've got Yoru's Dimensional Drift, right? Yeah. Very good scouting ultimate. Provides a lot of information. You know, good recon and info gathering. So that could help REY eSports, formulate a bit of a plan as the, like I said, potential final round for them is evolving, kind of just for them to kind of get a grips of what they can do. But this is one nail-biter of a series that we have opened up with here at EPIC44, and it is a banger.
We thought it might have been, like, after that first half, I was like, this is going to be a quick one, you know? And then all of a sudden, it seems like Sensational woke up.
Yeah, I think they have. I think they heard us, talking a little bit of smack on them during this cast. I mean, rightly so. 10-2 first half. Doesn't really feel filled with confidence, but they've bit back, and they bit back hard.
Yeah, I mean, swung in this really close positioning. If Modi does not spot this out, this could be really good for them, and needs to get that first kill in the round. This would be massive, but Modi's ready for it, wants to clear it, but he sees the gun barrel, gets two! A second through the smoke, and there's a third on the other side, does not realize it, but Sai gets the trade. And all of a sudden, REY eSports, they have a 4-on-2, and it's all left down onto these two players. Nova has pushed on up, but knows the positioning of Sai, but has to win these gunfights. The flash is there already to reveal that the players are there. They already know this, and they're just going to wait out. Sensational, you need to get into this site.
Obscuring vision.
My goodness, it's a 2 versus 4. This is exactly the position that REY eSports wants. They are on the cusp of winning map number 1 of the day. But all that stands in their way is Reno and Nova. And down they fall. Sleepy with the operator, making a name for themselves today. And now as a dimensional drift comes out, Reno is going to fall to Junjun. And REY eSports take map number 1 of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, great plays by them. We saw there was a chance. I thought that maybe they could bring it back from the side of Sensational, but REY managing to close it out in the end.
That was an absolute stellar performance from both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, what a start for REY eSports, right? 10-2 in the first half, and then all of a sudden, Sensational kind of had the fire lit up under themselves and kind of brought it back. Wow, what a game.
Yeah. I mean, we saw some like insane plays there throughout. I think we might have some replays coming on through, but I mean, going back to that tour de force on that one round, just shutting down all those players on that. I mean, I thought that round was over.
Yeah.
you had that one player
right.
clearing out the backside.
Guess what? Can they get a second? Oh, they whiff it. Junjun have REY eSports off, and now Armageddon is coming out from Elkwinger, but all of a sudden, good
are you ready for this? Yes, you are, and you land a click.
Interesting moment, shall
Definitely
we say.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting is a word.
There was a recurring theme of people pulling out the classic and proceeding to not do too well.
You know what? That common theme might shape out how the rest of this tournament plays out. And if so, we've got a feast on our hands.
Yeah. I mean, they say it's quicker to swap to your sidearm, but sometimes it's better just to reload the gun.
But what a first game to start off the day, right? Really good game, just all round. I mean, it wasn't anything that we were expecting. Going into this game, I had confidence that REY eSports was going to take it right. They started off in very convincing fashion, but I was not expecting how good Sensational were coming back from that. Yeah,
I mean, that comeback was immense. I mean, the first couple of rounds, I was like, fair enough. You win the pistol, you convert your round over, and then you lose the third. And I'm like, this is probably it. And then all of a sudden, it was round after round after round. And even the ones they were losing, it was somewhat close. It was just like an outstanding play from the other side that won it for them.
Exactly. But we're going to be going over to a short break. So just remember that this VALORANT tournament is being sponsored by ASUS, Republic of Gamers, and EPIC44 with Intel here, sponsored by ASUS, Republic of Gamers, and Overclockers. We're going to be back in 10 minutes. Hydrate yourself. We'll be back shortly.